Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time off to watch this video. This is a general work and career reading for Taurus for June the 26th to July the 8th, 2018. I put the decks that I'm using down in the description box, and so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if these messages resonate with you. So I'm going to draw some cards from the Angels of Abundance. I'll draw 2 cards just to give us an idea of the general energies and what they're doing. So 2 cards, the Quiet Retreat. It is time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you will have more clarity about what to do next. So you need to take some time off for yourself. I think that was out in the general reading too. And block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what is important. You already know what these distractions are and have the power to responsibly block them out. So you need to block out distractions and get some quiet time. Basically, I think the same message. You need quiet time to yourself. So, I'm using the Bright Idea deck as for the main reading. And let's just cut this. I have shuffled this deck. Okay, so the general energies for the card is confrontation. There's been some sort of crisis that has happened, and there is conflict between maybe you and somebody else. Maybe that conflict is escalating and a mediator has been needed to be called in to the situation, for damage control. So try not to let that conflict escalate. If there's a crisis, try and ride it out. All these things don't last for a very long time. So whatever conflict there is has escalated a bit, but it might be just a temporary situation, and try not to put too much of energies into that conflict. So the first card that comes out is conflict. So this card says there's confrontation and there's conflict as well. So you're arguing with somebody, not getting along with them. Maybe they're not doing what you want them to do. They're not listening to whatever you say. Maybe they're not respecting your choices and decisions that you are making at this particular moment. And that has caused a lot of problems. You're not getting any support from anybody else in this conflict. And, you all seem to be very upset with each other. There's a lot of hidden things as well going on behind the scenes. You're seeking advice. This person's hiding things from you, so watch out for that. Maybe that is within your work situation. So people are aware that you and somebody are not getting along, and maybe they're just treading very, very carefully. Now, the Union card comes in, which says that there are good friendships that are there. There are people to support you. You will be meeting a lot of people. There's collaboration, meeting people from all over. And this relationship is a good one. It's a very good friendship, so things will settle down. This conflict should be resolved. You might need somebody to come in and mediate, but things should improve. So it's all about relationships within the workplace at this particular moment. So in the past year or so, you've been examining your situation, trying to see the bigger picture, learning from any kind of mistakes you've been making, and trying to leave the things that don't serve you behind and moving forward. So you've been doing a complete re-examination and maybe a reinvention of yourself. You've been working very hard in the last 3 months to try and accumulate wealth. It's now become very tedious. You're carrying a lot of burdens, and maybe you're thinking that it's really not worth it at the end of the day, because it's just a drudgery now. It's not something that gives you any joy. Not even the money, the learning, all the things that you can buy with the money that you make is giving you any kind of pleasure. You're just seeing it as putting one step in front of the next from day to day. You want to take some time off to yourself, and you want to do some extra studying, acquire new skills, maybe meditate, get in touch with yourself. So you really want some downtime, alone time. You've reached a crossroads in your life. You are seeing the bigger picture now, and you realize, you're trying to decide what gives you pleasure, what gives you happiness. And this person is meditating, so maybe you are going towards the spiritual path more than you are towards just making of the money. But whatever you are in at this particular moment is pretty stable. It's reached its conclusion. You've had the idea, you've presented it to the world. There was a lot of growth. You've got a good family life, it seems. So you're at the point where you're trying to decide whether you should pursue something new or stay in that situation, and you're going deep within yourself, try and find out what you should be doing. You yourself are an authority in whatever you're doing. You're at the top of your game. People don't question your judgments. They feel that you're very competent and you can handle the day-to-day things. You make growth happen, and you're very good at whatever it is you're doing. The world sees you as a person who pays attention to the finer details, a very hardworking person who's got all their attention focused on your projects, on making your money, on producing something beautiful, very delicate. It's a lot of hard work that they see that you have been putting into it. So the world sees you as a very, very hardworking person who pays attention to a lot of details. You are hoping to find something new, to pursue a new goal, a new desire. You want to do something, you have something else in your sights now, a new vision in your sights at the moment, and you want to move forward in pursuing that goal. So that is your hope, that you will find something new to do. So sorry about my kitty. So the last three cards are teamwork, guidance, and collaboration. So you need to delegate a lot more of your tasks to your team, and they will come through for you. You probably are good at teamwork, and you need to motivate these people to do things. Don't take so much of responsibilities. It's important for you to delegate to people. You might need to be asking for some sort of expert advice, guidance, maybe spiritual guidance it could be, but definitely in your field you will need to look a consultant expert. They might give you ideas how to get through any difficulties that you have, and might be able to show you how to do it from a different perspective, find a different solution. And whatever expert you choose, maybe it's an international expert, but they have the tools to help you overcome whatever difficulties you have, climb this mountain, and they have the tools to help you reach the top of your game and reach the world, so become global. So you need to seek guidance, and it is something, the guidance comes from something traditional. Maybe you have to go back to traditional values within your business, within your work. Also, collaboration is also important. So apart from seeking guidance from somebody who's an expert, you'll need to ask people around you, collaborate with your colleagues, find out what their opinions are. Just don't do it by yourself. Ask them what would make the situation work, what wouldn't make the situation work. Ask them how should you proceed, and look at all their views and pick the best ones that work for you. So collaboration is very, very important in this situation, asking for help. And maybe these conflict situations are coming because you're not collaborating enough, but those ones should resolve themselves, and you need to smooth over these situations. Make sure you pick your battles properly, carefully. Try not to let situations escalate. So I'll just draw 3 cards from the Fairy Tarot. Okay, so the first card that fell is the Ace of Autumn, which says a windfall of money, advice, assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. So this is really good. So you're getting money coming in, and new advice, new assistance from others, and whatever project you're working on will be successful. So like I said, you need guidance, and the Ace of Autumn says that you will get this assistance that you need to be able to bring yourself up, reach the world really. And the second one is the Princess of Spring. Time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. So this is what your dreams are made of. Follow your dreams, and this is a go for it card, and you'll be able to expand, and make sure that you use your creativity. And the last card is invitations to social events. A compassionate friend can share your concerns with. So this card speaks about people that you can voice your concerns with, maybe smooth down a difficult situation. So there is a person that's around you that will be able to listen to your concerns and help you overcome any dramas that are going on in your work situation. So all in all, you need to seek advice. You are good at what you do, and you are very, very, you pay attention to the details, you're hardworking, and if there are any conflicts within your workplace, it can be smoothed out maybe by just talking to the person. And don't let a situation escalate into a point where the communication breaks down. You need a mediator within a situation of conflict, and somebody that will just calm the situation down, so it mustn't get to fisticuffs. And also within your work itself, make sure that you are working as a team and asking people for what their valuable opinions are, and you might need to actually also seek some higher guidance, somebody who's an expert, somebody who's a mentor that can give you that guidance to get you out of this situation, which might be causing you to have a bit of stress, and that could be, you are stressed, then you end up being, getting angry very quickly. So you need to have somebody that just diffuses the situation. So, and don't forget to take some quiet time to yourself. You need to relax your mind, maybe meditate, maybe go back to nature. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.